In the world of work today, we all face this really fundamental choice. And honestly, it's getting more urgent every single day. The choice is this: do you try to fit in, or do you find a way to stand out? This whole explainer is about that choice, and how making the right one can take you from being just another replaceable part to someone who is absolutely indispensable.
Okay, let's just dive right into this powerful idea. For, generations, the system has taught us to see ourselves as cogs in a machine. Be reliable, be efficient, and be easily replaced. But that entire model, it's broken. This quote is a challenge to us, really, to reclaim what makes us unique, which, as we're about to see, is now our single greatest asset.
So to really get a handle on the opportunity that's right in front of us, we first have to understand the world we're leaving behind. It's a world that was built on a promise, a kind of deal that shaped the entire careers of our parents and grandparents.
For a really long time, this was the deal. Show up on time, do what you're told, keep your head down, and the company would take care of you. It was this simple, almost seductive bargain that offered stability, security. It was, for many, the American dream.
But that promise, it's gone. Poof! The obedient, hardworking employee who bought into that whole deal is now standing on really shaky ground. Why? Because the rules of the game have been completely rewritten by forces way bigger than any one person.
So what happened? Well, it was kind of like a perfect storm. You had fierce global competition, automation taking over jobs, and outsourcing shipping work overseas. All of it just dismantled the old factory system. The very things that used to be valuable, being compliant, being interchangeable, suddenly became huge liabilities. And this isn't just a phase. The foundations have crumbled for good.
So the path to success has been completely flipped on its head. The old dream rewarded you for fitting in. The new dream rewards you for standing out. It's not about being a good little soldier anymore. Now it's about being an artist, a leader, someone who actually makes change happen.
Okay, so if the old path, just being an obedient worker, is a dead end, then what's the new path? Well, a new model for success is taking its place, and it's not built on compliance, it's built on contribution. Think about it. The companies that are actually winning right now aren't looking for more rule followers. They are desperately searching for people who bring their humanity, their creativity, their ability to connect to their work. They need people who can't just be replaced by a cheaper person somewhere else or by a new piece of software.
And this is where the hero of our story comes in, the linchpin. This is the person who holds it all together, the one who can solve a problem that's not in the manual, who makes a connection that grows the business. They are the essential human heart of any great organization.
So what does a linchpin do? They create art. Now hold on. We're not talking about paintbrushes and canvases here. We're talking about a different kind of art, the art of work. It's about bringing a fresh perspective and real emotional effort to everything you do. So being an artist at work means you're doing the human thing. You're putting in the emotional labor to create change, to solve a tricky problem in a new way, or just to make a simple interaction more meaningful. It's about bringing your unique genius to the table, and trust me, we all have it.
Just take a look at this list. The amazing thing here is that none of these are some magical talent you have to be born with. They are skills. They're abilities you can choose to develop. This is all about making a conscious decision to see the world differently and to show up in a new way.
Okay, so if this path to becoming indispensable is available to pretty much anyone, what's stopping us? I mean, why isn't everyone doing it? Well, it turns out the biggest obstacle isn't your boss or the economy or your competition. It's inside your own head.
The dragon you have to slay is this ancient, powerful force inside your own mind. We're talking about that primal part of your brain, the lizard brain, that hates risk, fears change, and just screams at you to fit in and not cause a scene. Its only job is to help you survive, and to it, survival means being invisible.
And man, this resistance is sneaky. It'll show up disguised as perfectionism that keeps you from ever finishing your work. Or it's that endless search for more data before you make a call. These are all just excuses cooked up by fear to keep you from doing important, remarkable work. And that's the real fight, isn't it? We all have genius inside us. We all have the capacity to create art. The challenge isn't finding more of it. It's learning to quiet that internal voice that's begging you to play it safe, to just follow the map instead of drawing a new one. Which brings us to the heart of it all, the most important part of this whole story. It's the decision that you, and only you, can make. It's a choice between two completely different ways of seeing your work and, frankly, your life. I mean, here it is, laid out right in front of you. You can take the path of the cog. It's safe, it's predictable, and it's ultimately replaceable. Or you can take the path of the linchpin, taking risks, creating art, and making yourself indispensable. The thing is, you can't do both. You have to choose.
And let me be absolutely crystal clear about this. This is not about having some magical, innate talent. The linchpins walking among us are not a special breed. They are simply people who decided that this new kind of work was important, and then they train themselves to do it. It's a choice and a practice.
And let's talk about passion for a second. We often think, oh, I need to find the perfect job, then I'll be passionate. But the truth is, it's the other way around. Passionate people bring their passion with them. They look for ways to make a difference and create art, no matter what the project is.
So in the end, the only real barrier standing between you and becoming indispensable is a choice. You can change everything if you decide to. You can decide to fight that resistance. You can decide to make art. But you have to actually make the choice.
So when that little voice of resistance starts whispering in your ear saying, you can't possibly do this, you can't be an artist, you can't be indispensable, I want you to stop and ask it a very simple question. Is it really that you can't, or is it that you don't want to? You don't want to take the risk? You don't want to do the hard emotional work? The answer to that question is going to define your future. So, what will you choose?